This is a quick overview of the RIT equipment that we keep on the trucks. We're going to be talking about the RIT Pack 3 and then our surge bag. We'll start with the RIT Pack 3. The first thing that we need to keep in mind is that the actual RIT Pack 3s with the displays are only on the ladder trucks. The other RIT Packs were originally RIT Pack 2s that were dropped into a sled, so they don't have all the features of the RIT Pack 3. Just going over it from the outside in, it's got a couple pockets. You can, some of them have tools in there. You can keep whatever you like in the pockets that'll help you. And here there's a piece of webbing. Again, it has the display that's very similar to our past displays. It's got a large strap, so you can use a bunch of different configurations for either taking it into the building or securing it to the firefighter when you're done. It uses a 60-minute bottle that's set for our 4,500 PSI pressures that we use. And it's going to have a high pressure fitting and a low pressure fitting. So it's got a couple of different handles that can tell you which fitting you're going to use in a blacked out environment. The low pressure fitting is going to be the ball. So the way it's described by Scott to remember is low ball, high T, with the low pressure side being the ball. When we open this up, you're going to notice there's a mask in here. Typically, we have these secured to the low pressure fitting. Scott recommends leaving it off of the low pressure fitting. That way, the bypass doesn't get bumped and cause a leak if you're using the high pressure side. You'll notice that the mask is different. There's no nose cup and no voice emitters. That's so you can keep an eye on your victim. Low pressure hose is about 6 feet long. It's got a male fitting and a female fitting for use with different Scott packs. And we move to the high pressure side. There's a storage area for the high pressure hose. It's going to be about 5 feet long. Try to keep the cover on that fitting to protect it. And this will go into the air packs that have that high pressure fitting on the back side. When you turn the bottle on, it's going to take about 20 seconds for this to engage and for all the lights to light up. You've got your full indicators, your half indicator, your low light indicator, and then this red indicator over here is a battery indicator. Okay, so everything looks like it's set. 2 green lights means it's full, 1 green light means it's at 3/4, 1 amber light means it's at half, 1 red light flashing means it's at 1/4. So we have that battery indicator went off. This is how it'll look when it's fully in service. One thing to note, the Viber alert, this bottle and this system, the pressure reducer, works at a pressure that will not activate a Viber alert for the RIT Pack. But what we do have on the RIT Pack 3 is an indicator on the system. It's a chiming bell, and that tells you when you're at a quarter. We'll go ahead and connect this and bleed it off to show you how that works. Make sure that bottle's off. So when we get to about 1,000 PSI or a quarter, see that amber light flashing now? We should hear that chime. And that's what that's going to sound like. That's a basic overview of the RIT Pack. Okay, now we're going to talk about the RIT bag. What we have with this kit, we have the RIT bag or the primary RIT line, and it's going to come with 2 personal search lines or tag lines. Each personal search line or tag line is 50 feet, and the RIT line or the RIT bag itself has a 200-foot piece of rope, but because of the different knots in it, it's actually going to limit that length and it'll be a little bit short of 200 feet. So the way this is set up typically is with the personal search lines in the back. Here we have our other one. At the start of the line, you're going to notice that there's going to be a carabiner in place. This needs to be outside the building, secured to a stationary object. The We make our way down the line. We see that it has knots and rings on it. These act as indicators to tell you how far into the building you are. One knot denotes 20 feet. You don't count the knot on the ring. Okay, so here we're at 20 feet. Make our way down. Now we're going to be at 40 feet. Again, we're not counting the knot on the ring. We talk about smooth bump to the pump to make our way out of the fire building. We have a similar concept with this. You just follow the ring. It's always going to be going to the outside. So if I have knot, ring, and I'm disoriented, I just follow the ring all the way to the beginning of the line. Okay, our RIT team is always going to consist of a minimum of 2 personnel. One person is always going to be on the RIT bag, managing the search line, and the other person will be using the search line and searching off of that in a radius using the whole 50 feet if need be. So a lot of people will want to clip the carabiner, which just uses a quarter turn lock, to the ring. If you clip it to the rope, it's not going to limit your mobility as much, and then you don't have to clip and unclip as many times. And then the person managing the RIT bag or the RIT line can manage that carabiner for you as you're making your way farther down the line. Again, this is the RIT bag that's on all the trucks. We have the RIT bag, the 2 tag lines, the system of carabiners, rings, and knots that just indicate how far we are to the building. That's pretty much it for the RIT bag.